Hello, and welcome to ParentAID Ed Session 4, Study Skills and Resources for Learning. My name is Ryan Guider, and I'm the Head of Learning Resources for South Gloucestershire and Stroud College. In this webinar, I'll show you some of the resources provided by the Learning Resource Centre of SGS College and how these are adapting to meet the needs of the current climate. We'll also look at the study skills service that is run from within the Learning Resource Centres and how this can help learners who need extra academic help and support. Hopefully, by viewing this webinar, you'll get an understanding of how SGS College is meeting the needs of learners, and it will enable you to support them by ensuring they're utilising all the services that are on offer. You may hear the Learning Resource Centres abbreviated to LRC or just called the library. We have a presence at all sites where we loan physical items, provide equipment for students to use, and manage electronic resources. To give you a quick overview of what we have on offer, here is our induction video.
Welcome to this quick induction to the LRC, where you'll learn how you can make the most of its resources and services during your time at SGS. We have LRCs at Filton, Queen's Road, Stroud and Wise campuses. Each LRC has areas designated for certain types of study. For example, Filton LRC has 3 main areas: the group study area, quiet study area, and silent study area. There is also a dedicated space for higher education students, which you can also find at Wise in a separate room at the back of the LRC. Stroud's LRC has a main study area, a group study area, and a study skills area. Unfortunately, group work cannot currently take place inside the LRC due to social distancing rules. In all the areas, you'll find plenty of PCs, which you can book for up to 2 hours at a time. If you would like to use a computer, you must come up to the help desk, where a member of the LRC team will scan your student ID card and book you on. Your username is your student number as it appears on your ID card, and your password will be your date of birth if you are new to the college. Passwords expire every 6 weeks, so try to reset your password before this happens, particularly before leaving the college during holiday periods. If you forget your password or it does expire, then we can reset it for you at the LRC help desk using your student ID card. Currently, students are unable to browse the shelves, but if there is a particular book you would like, then please speak to one of the LRC team who will fetch it for you. We have most course textbooks, books for further study and fiction too. You must have your student ID card with you to be able to take out books. You can take out a maximum of 6 books, or 10 if you are a higher education student. You can have these books for 4 weeks before they need to be returned to the LRC. We also hold a wide range of magazines and journals which are useful for research. You can take out back issues of these for 2 weeks at a time, and we also have a lot of DVDs which you can borrow for 1 week. Before you come into the LRC to borrow a book, be sure to check on our website to see if we hold it as an ebook, which can be read online, either at college or at home. You can find our website on the eCampus homepage by navigating to the red box that says LRC. To search for ebooks, or any of our books or DVDs, there is a search box on the right-hand side of the homepage. There is also a drop-down menu you can use if you want to browse our ebook selection. If you would like to hold on to an item for longer, then you can also use the website to renew books, and you can reserve books this way too. Just click on Account on the top right-hand side, and then log in using your normal college username and password. Lastly, Amber Rundle offers a brilliant study skills service in the LRC. If you'd like some support with your assignments, time management and organisation, research, academic writing and presentation skills, then you can make an appointment with Amber or another member of the study skills team by contacting Amber directly or by visiting the LRC help desk. We hope to see you soon in the LRC. In the meantime, if you have any questions about our services, resources, or want to see if we have a book, then please don't hesitate to contact us.
It is important to reiterate that any learners who currently have books or other items out on loan from the LRC do not need to worry about late fees. We understand that this year has been very stressful for everybody, and we don't want to add to that, and we appreciate that for a large part of the year, learners were physically unable to come onto site and return their items. So we've suspended all late fees for overdue items, and encourage learners to bring their books back when they're able. They may receive a reminder letter, but this is not a cause for concern. And while we continue to make our large catalogue of physical resources available to learners, increasingly this is supplemented by electronic resources, particularly now that we have experienced an increase in online course delivery. Some learners may be concerned that they do not have the appropriate IT resources needed to access online lessons, and in this case, the LRCs can help by providing computer facilities. All learners can access the PCs that are available in the LRCs and will be aided by LRC staff members who are always on hand to provide IT support and help. And you can rest assured that all learners are completely safe while using the IT equipment in the LRCs. We have safety measures in place that include gaps between PCs, quarantines for returned items, and frequent cleaning of all workstations. But aside from IT equipment and printed material, we also have a large catalogue of electronic resources that can be accessed within college or at home. This includes ebooks, electronic journals, and databases. In many cases, students can access electronic copies of their main course textbook. And all these resources are available 24/7, can be viewed on a computer, phone, tablet, or a wide variety of devices capable of accessing the internet, and can be accessed by multiple students at a time. They're an excellent tool for learners who are not physically able to make it onto college grounds. The only thing stopping SGS learners using these resources is the fact that they might not know about them. But by making use of these, they can have access to a huge library of reliable and up-to-date information without ever having to set foot physically in the LRC. All of our resources are reached from the LRC website at lrc.sgscol.ac.uk. If you click the drop-down box on the right-hand side of the screen, you can select a particular subject area and view the resources we have available for it. Each subject has a selection of ebooks, and by clicking on one of these, you're taken to a login page where learners can gain access with their student number as their username and their college computer password. We also provide access to databases such as JSTOR and Wiley Online Library, as well as course-specific databases, that have become the academic standard for research in educational institutions across the globe. This is a very brief overview of the material that is available. The full details of how to access these resources can be found on our website, or feel free to email our LRC help desk on lrc@sgscol.ac.uk. But the benefits of using these resources are endless. If a learner needs to collect sources for their coursework or an essay, then they can quickly get a large amount of information in a very short time. Something that could have taken days or weeks when searching through physical books can now take hours. And it is important that learners understand the benefits of using these resources rather than just relying on Wikipedia or Google. It can be difficult knowing what information to trust these days, but the services we subscribe to and the resources we provide can be trusted and relied upon to be accurate and up to date. We know that there will always be a place for physical resources, and that some learners work best when reading material from an actual coursebook. But there are many benefits to accessing resources electronically too. That is why our aim within the LRCs is to create a truly blended experience, providing the best physical and electronic resources that are available, both working together, all facilitated by friendly and knowledgeable staff and a safe environment. And for learners who require more in-depth academic help, we offer a service known as Study Skills. Here is our Study Skills Coordinator, Amber Rundle, to introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Amber. I'm the Study Skills Coordinator at SGS College, and I work as part of the LRC team. Study Skills is really about the development of independent learning strategies. I support learners towards developing motivation, academic self-esteem, confidence, and positive attitudes towards learning and new challenges. I support learners with practical techniques such as exam revision, academic writing, time management, organisation, research methods, referencing systems, CVs, personal statements, and individualised assignment support, among other things. Study Skills is a service that's accessible to any learner at the college, and is really suitable for people coming back into education after a break, also for learners who are progressing to higher levels and not sure what the academic expectation of them is. However, Study Skills is also very much orientated towards celebrating individual learner differences and helping learners develop their individualized strengths towards taking responsibility for their own learning journey and ultimately for their own attainment and success at college. Study skills are all skills that can be taken from the educational setting into the working world, and can act as kind of a support mechanism for any learner who is finding their course or their experience at college stressful or challenging. Now more than ever, there's going to be a much bigger emphasis on independent learning strategies moving into the autumn academic term of 2021. And thus, in terms of remote learning, online webinars and new ways of learning, Study Skills can really help individual learners towards developing that kind of academic and vocational resilience and confidence in terms of managing themselves and creating a successful experience individually at college. Okay, thank you very much.
The strong support network at SGS College covers learners at all levels and needs. Study Skills can provide help for all learners who may or may not have any formalised support needs, but would still benefit from extra academic help. Perhaps learners who don't have a lot of experience with writing academically, or those who've fallen behind in their studies and could benefit from some sessions working on their time planning. Amber and the Study Skills facilitators can meet with learners to assess what areas of their course they're finding difficult and offer them one-to-one personalised support, as well as a programme of group sessions organised through their teachers. In order to meet the challenges presented by COVID-19, the Study Skills team have made the move to offer webinars and one-to-one meetings digitally through Microsoft Teams, while still offering the same high level of support that learners have come to expect. Here's Amber again in a webinar delivered to students with a more in-depth explanation of what is on offer.
Hi, thank you for joining me on this little introduction. My name is Amber Rundle. I am the Study Skills Coordinator at SGS College, and I'm just going to talk you through what Study Skills is and how it can help you as a learner. Study Skills is learning skills and techniques to help you with the way that you express yourself within a given course at college. So it's not related so much to the content knowledge of your course, but rather the surrounding academic and non-academic skills that you need in order to express yourself within your course. So the types of things that I can help with in terms of good learning abilities and academic mindsets is techniques towards organisation and time management, how to manage your workload, manage stress and anxiety, how to work on the way that you remember and learn, support with motivation and self-esteem in terms of achieving at college. Techniques around approaching questions, so reading, comprehension. What does the question mean? What is the question asking me for? How should I express myself within this style or this format? It also offers support with academic writing styles, like how to plan for an essay, how to write an essay, and all of the techniques that surround that, such as vocabulary use, referencing techniques, etc. Study skills is really important in terms of progression. So perhaps you're moving from a level 2 to a level 3 course. The academic expectation of you at that level is different. So study skills can really help you as a learner to see what is expected of you at the level that you might be entering into in September, and in this way helps you become prepared for the learning challenges that lie ahead. Specific guidance that study skills can offer is help with essay planning and essay writing, research methods, referencing systems, exam revision and memory techniques, note-taking techniques, presentations. Maybe you're progressing into employment or onto an apprenticeship and you want support with a CV. Study skills can help you with that. Similarly, if you're applying for a university placement and you are currently in the process of doing the UCAS application, study skills can really help you with creating a really well-structured personal statement for that. Study skills can offers one-to-one support and group support, and can also offer learners individual support with assignments. Study skills is about promoting independent learning abilities, and certainly moving back into education post-pandemic, there is a lot of emphasis now on learners taking responsibility for their own learning, being organised and being confident as an independent learner. As we move into blended learning approaches within the FE setting, it's becoming more and more apparent that learners need to have these independent learning skills and techniques confidently in order to excel within their courses within a blended learning context. Study skills is about installing confidence within individual learner abilities. It's about encouraging individual self-esteem and helping students reach their goals. It's about looking at methods with which to reduce stress and build resilience. And it's also about encouraging individuals to take ownership of their success, of their progression. Study skills is a lot around using multimodal approaches to learning. So this is something that I really enjoy working with learners with individual learning differences. When it comes to independent study, there's no right or wrong way of doing it, and learners getting to know themselves on a personal cognitive basis can come to the realization that there isn't just one way of learning. There are many ways of learning, and some learners learn better with one mode than with another. So for an example, perhaps you're somebody who enjoys reading for pleasure. Perhaps you're somebody who's quite visual in the way that you memorize and imagine the world around you. Other people, on the other hand, might be auditory, which means that they learn better by listening. You can adapt your natural strengths in terms of your senses to how you learn independently, and study skills can really help you become confident and develop different styles and techniques towards doing that. How can I help you? So traditionally, study skills has seen students on a one-to-one basis and going in as a guest speaker into classrooms and giving talks on study skills techniques. Moving into post-pandemic learning environments, the one-to-one tutorials are all still taking place, but it's just going to be through Teams, through one-to-one and group webinar sessions. However, the way that you can contact me is still exactly the same. So you can send me an email at amber.rundle@sgs.co.ac.uk, or you can drop me a message on Teams by finding me under the name Amber Rundle. Okay, thank you very much.
I hope this webinar has given you an idea of what we're doing in the Learning Resource Centres and Study Skills team to support learners at SGS. I think the most important takeaway is making you aware of the help and support that is available to all students. The largest barrier to accessing all of this support is that learners might not know about it. So, by being aware of these resources yourself, you can help us to ensure that learners are taking full advantage of everything that is on offer. My email address is ryan.guider@sgscol.ac.uk. Please feel free to email me directly with any concerns or questions you might have about the Learning Resource Centres or study skills. Or email our general LRC email address at lrc@sgscol.ac.uk. Thanks for watching.